Uh-oh. Well, hello. Welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2016. Hi, I'm Darkman78. With me, as always, is my good friend, Prizeman Sent. We'll be with them in just a second. But first, let's get to our runners right over here. So they are going to be running in the next run you're going to see. That is Rockman 4 Burst Chaser Cross Air Sliding. So first I have here Go One Din, not to be confused with Golden, the professional StarCraft 2 streamer, who has his name on Twitch. And also with me is Garrison_TT, not to be confused with Gary, the guy that doesn't stream anymore. So, fellas, welcome.
Thank you.
So, first off, welcome to BCAS. That's coming up. How do you feel?
Feel better than I thought I would originally.
Okay.
Feeling pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, I had a couple days to settle in, so got some good practice in and feeling pretty good about it.
Golden, trick question. What do you feel more nervous about, doing an interview or doing a run?
I would say doing an interview because my voice is shot at this point, so that's the hard part.
That's a good point.
Doing the run, there might be initial nerves, but
Okay.
I think all in all, we're both looking forward to it regardless of what happens.
Cool.
So.
Absolutely.
So, what do you think draws you guys to this run? It's very different than like your classic Mega Mans. Like, it is a ROM hack. It's not like an official game released by Capcom, but it's definitely different. Like, what do you think? What is it about the game that appeals to both of you?
It definitely has a very nice balance as far as a Mega Man Speedrun goes. It has fast weapon switching from the later games. It's got very intricate movement where you can chain your slides together and maintain that speed. So it becomes more of a movement-based game as opposed to a strategy game, but there is that element of strategy associated with Mega Man as well.
Yeah, it's very fast-paced. It's a lot of making sure that you swap the weapons correctly, and there's 5 or 6 different ways to do a room, whereas a lot of other Mega Man games would have one kind of definitive way to do it.
Sure.
So there's going to be a little bit of strat variety. I think you're going to see a little bit more aggressive play from Gary, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out. I hope it goes really well because I want to see.
All right. Now I know you guys must have rigged the race beforehand, so you just give me the inside knowledge. Who's going to win?
Who's going to win?
Yeah.
The video game.
Okay.
All in all, whoever wins the race is irrelevant. Just know that BCAS owns.
That wasn't really what I was looking for, but fine, we'll just go with it. All right. So the real question, though, Waifu Wars, Chitoge or Onodera? You guys got to have a favorite.
I'm not answering this one.
Wow.
I feel like no matter what answer I give, BJW will hate me.
BJW is probably going to hate you anyway, so.
It's on our couch.
Yeah. After the run, I'll tell you.
All right. Final thoughts. Just tell me how much you like this game on a scale from 1 to BCAS.
BCAS.
Mates.
All right. Well, that's all I have. So thank you very much, Golden. Garrison, good luck on your race. So we're going to go ahead and let these guys get set up, and then you guys can go ahead. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Good luck on the race, guys.
Go ahead. We're doing yeah. So you guys can go ahead. Yeah. All right. Well, while they're getting set up for their race, I'm going to go ahead. We have a few minutes with my good friend Sent, our prize man for Games Done Quick. So, Sent, what do you got for us today?
Oh, I got some great stuff. I'm actually so excited for the BCAS race because, you see, I really love Mega Man games. I love going fast, but I don't like sliding on the ground. It's not anime enough.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's why we have Mega Man BCAS, that's Burst Chaser Air Sliding. Shout out to Retro Gamer Ryan for giving us a repro card of the game. It comes in this wonderful box. Let me pop it over real quick.
Ooh,
show you guys.
Nice. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even have a NES, but I just want that card just because that box and the card owns.
Oh yeah, no, BCAS owns.
Agreed.
Now, some people might be saying, Seth, I really want all the zaniness of BCAS, but I don't own a Nintendo console. And you know what? That's cool, because we have Mega Man The Wily Wars on Genesis. It's a reproduction cart sent to us by Pete. Thank you so much, Pete.
Not gonna lie, it's not really something I'd want to win, but you know what? I bet some people do, so sure.
Well, after you play Wily Wars and you're like, Seth, I think I just maybe want to look at Mega Man. I don't really feel like playing anymore. We have this wonderful friend sent to us by Nate Call. And all 3 of these items are running throughout the classic Mega Block.
Okay.
And all 3 of them are $10 minimum to get in for. So,
Sweet. Awesome.
Hope you think they're cool. I think they're great.
Hey, I hope you guys win the BCAS and the nice little artwork there. I hope you don't win the Wily Wars, but if you do, sorry.
Yeah, you want to kick it back to BCAS. I'm super excited for the race
definitely.
because BCAS BCAS owns.
BCAS owns. Thank you very much, Sent, as always.
Always glad to be here.
And we're going to send it back to BCAS. Get ready, folks.
While we wait for the last setup of BCAS, we've got a few donations here. Goomba donates $10 saying, awesome stream, awesome games, awesome runners, awesome commentators, awesome team, awesome event, and save the awesome animals. Love from Germany. Cousin Kevin, 13, donates $10 saying, it's a good year to be a Carolina Panthers fan. Our team's mantra is keep pounding in reference to player and coach Sam Mills, who passed away from cancer in 2005. I pass this saying on to you. Keep pounding those video games and keep pounding cancer. You got it. $17.50 from Anonymous saying, great event. Please beat cancer and beat the lying dragon lord. Dog Mods donates $20 saying, shout out to my buddy Chuff, who's fighting a rare form of lower intestinal cancer. Hang in there, buddy. Good luck to all the runners. Teriyaki Jerky donates $5 saying, shout out to BJW, being the best professional meme runner in the business. Agreed. Keep doing it for the big neps. Josh API donates $5 saying, wasn't expecting to be able to donate, but here I am. My computer's about to be packed away for me to head up to university, but I'm using its last minutes to watch AGDQ and worrying that I won't stop in time. Whoops. The Bear Sheriff donates $10 saying, ordinarily, I don't seek out speedruns because anytime a GDQ is on, I'm glued to Twitch all week, and I'm more than happy to donate to a great cause like preventing cancer. Fruity Zerg1 donates $20 saying, this is my third time watching AGDQ. Great speedruns and always enjoyable to watch till the end. Keep it up. All my friends want me to donate for saving the animals, but it's still a speedrun, so kill the animals. But don't tell my friends. Malio153 donates $100 saying, this marathon has been great. Thanks to everyone who worked to put it together. Oh, and donate for Daddy. Rambling Josh donates $60 saying, I've been looking forward to having BCAS at a GDQ for a while, and I can't think of anyone better to run it than Go1 and Gary. Great guys, great game, and here's hoping for a great race. Good luck to you both. BCAS owns. Kane of 2358 donates $10 saying, heard of the upcoming Mega Man block while watching from work. Respect for OG Mega Man, but my heart always for Mega Man X and Mega Man Zero. 10 Zenny, because Reploids are people too, and save the animals. Dr. FRM donates $100 saying, finally the Rockman segment is coming up. Rockman was my favorite video game hero as a kid. I'm a doctor now, and I think it's safe to say, if we knew cancer as thoroughly as you guys know the games you're running, we'd have a much better world. Here's to a better world. Keep up the great work and kill the animals. So again, I do want to just state the bonus games that haven't been met that are coming up tomorrow. We've got the Mario Kart 64 All Cups 2-player 1-controller run, which is currently at $920 out of $20,000. We still have a long ways to go on that one. And we do still have a day left, but we really need your help to get there. So if you're wondering what to put your money towards, that is going to be a great cause. Another option, if you love Mario Kart 64, is the Star Cup task. That is currently at $220 out of $5,000. A couple more immediate options include options for the Ocarina of Time file name. The current names in the lead are Daddy with $2,739.32, and Narcissa with $2,654.19. Those are in the lead by at least $800, but you can certainly check out our site at gamesdonequick.com to see what other options are available, or just be a pioneer for the name you want and shell out a few bucks and see whatever name you want become an option. Another donation option coming up is for the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, the 4-player co-op 100% run. This is another donation for the file name. It seems $1,960.81. Some other follow-ups include Kill Cancer with $327, Linda with $240, and Lanky Kong with $175.
BCAS owns.
So there are several
BCAS
options for you, and
BCAS
feel
owns.
free to donate to whichever you prefer the most.
BCAS owns.
All right, I believe I've heard quite a bit of BCAS owns. That is 100% accurate, and you will see just why it owns momentarily as we get started with this race.
All right, ready to start this thing? All right, BCAS is owning in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
BCAS owns.
All right, so this is Rockman 4 Burst Chaser Air Sliding, affectionately known as BCAS. So this is a ROM hack of Rockman 4 that was released in 2014. And as you can see, it's very visually impressive. It's very fast-paced. So what Burst Chaser and Air Sliding mean that there was 2 hacks that were previously released for Rockman 4 and 5. So it's a combination of a hack that's called Burst Chaser, which was a very fast-moving game, and then another hack by the same creator as this hack called Air Sliding, in which you can see that the added mechanic of Mega Man being able to slide in the air. So those two came together in this game. So it's both elements. It's just a very visually fast-moving game with air sliding. So yeah, it's still Rockman 4. We'll be fighting the same robot masters that we've seen through Rockman 4, but a lot of things have changed. The enemy patterns are all different. The bosses are all different. So these guys are neck and neck and doing very well.
All right, so Pharaoh Man has 3 patterns. One is to jump and shoot like he's doing on Garrison's screen. One is to just sit in place and throw 4 projectiles, which are easily dodgeable. And the last attack is a quick aerial swoop that Pharaoh Man does, which usually messes me up. That's why I'm not on the seats there.
Really good fights.
Very solid. So today racing, we have Garrison, who has the current fastest time in this game, and his opponent is Golden, who is once the former world record holder, coming back for vengeance today.
Dustman sucks. Yes, he does. So one thing I don't think we've mentioned yet is that this game has quick swapping, very similar to that of Mega Man X, but of course there are no shoulder buttons on the NES. So quick swapping is done with the select button. Select moves you forward in the weapon wheel, and down plus select moves you backwards. So you'll see a lot of quick weapon switching, and even more as they get more weapons.
This is also Mega Man 10 style quick weapon swapping, which means that it cancels out when you switch out a weapon. It'll cancel out any weapon that's currently on the field. So some of the later games, especially the X series, you can't switch until the weapon leaves the screen. But that's not the case here. They can use very quick weapon switching to move around and platform with some of the items that they get later, and just to cancel out weapons in general. All right, so they're entering Dustman fight. So Dustman has a few things in which when he begins to suck you in, it really does suck because you can't actually deal any damage to him. So Gary takes an early death, but Golden is is able to secure it. It's a very dangerous fight. Just like the original Rockman 4, contact damage does a boatload of damage to you, so it's really scary. But if you want to go fast, you have to do some contact hits.
Yeah, if you notice the charge Pharaoh is inside of Mega Man, and the vanilla Mega Man, it's over his head, so you can just like, head bash him. But in this game, it's inside, so you actually have to make contact with the boss to do that free damage.
Yeah, in the end, it still operates very similarly to the original in Rockman 4, where you can get 2 hits per 1 charge.
So rolling into Brightman stage, Brightman can be manipulated by monitoring Mega Man's hit points. Brightman will only actually stop time when Mega Man has an odd amount of health. So when these two players are going to be going through the stage, they're going to be making extra care not to hit anything. So if they hit something, that increases Brightman's chance of freezing them. They can redeem it at the end because there's an eddy at the end, which has a small chance of refilling their health and sweeping up their mistakes. But they're just going to try not to get hit by stuff in this level, in addition to slowing down.
Eddie might still drop health for Garrison coming up.
A solid fight from
Nice
Golden.
fight.
And Gary's
Nice.
not far behind. So the order that they're fighting the Robot Masters in does matter. A lot of it has to do with what weapons they get early. Pharaoh Shot is a very, very strong weapon, and Dust Crusher is an extremely versatile weapon. So between those two, they can dish out a lot of damage on bosses with Pharaoh Shot, and then generally they're able to clear out a lot of areas with the Dust Crusher. Other weapons do get used sparingly. Skull Weapon is pretty useful too in some situations, but Dust Crusher really kind of takes the cake for the best utility weapon.
Not only does Dust do a ton of damage, but the shrapnel it launches in either direction can also take out additional enemies. And you can also double hit enemies in the same fashion.
So if you notice the Cossack platforms in the original. In this game, they go down when you're on them, and they go up when you're off of them. Or actually, they go up when you're on them, and they go down when you're off of them. So it's backwards from the original.
Staring contest.
I think he's winning. All right.
Nice. Nice. Let's see if Garrison can get the frame here.
All right.
If he uses Bright Stopper
Dinosaur.
on the very last frame.
Oh,
Didn't get it.
It's just a little bit of swag.
Gary had a very solid stage there. He's actually making up a little bit of time.
Before we get into Drillman, can I read a quick donation from a friend? So Dark Terex donates $10, saying, "Good luck to both Garrison and Golden. It has been awesome watching this game grow with each new runner. It seems everyone has had something new to bring to the table to make this a fantastic speed game, whether it's a trick, route, or figuring out enemy and boss patterns. BCAS owns."
BCAS owns.
So yeah, this stage does feature prominent use of Bright Stopper weapon, which, as you can see, is very similar to the original, that it freezes enemies. But again, combined with weapon switching, it gives them a lot of utility power to clear out stages quickly. Although the balloon is very useful in the original for speedrunning, balloon is actually not useful at all.
Hey, excuse me.
That was a really good drill fight. So Drill can dive, and he also constantly shoots drills, which break your shield.
All right. Gary did a really solid stage there too. This is definitely still a tight race. Even though if you die, you can respawn pretty quickly. It could easily swing either way. So.
All right, that's all.
Daytona.
Oh yeah.
So yes, this stage music is Daytona. Is Tsukikuro, the guy who made this ROM hack, also did a ton of work on the soundtrack, and it's mostly cameos of other. I think it's all cameos from other games, but it's a really, really impressive sounding soundtrack. So.
A couple other donations from a couple well-known speedrunners as we cruise through Dive Man stage. Slurpee Ninja donates $200, saying, let's give him a quick round of applause for that. Saying #base. This run goes out to Mama Lowe and Tony Lowe, all my friends back home, and all friends who watch my stream from around the world. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you, Slurpee.
Daytona.
A solid stage.
So those whale mini-boss kills were just carefully placed dusts. Basically, by placing dust in the correct position, all the shrapnel can hit the whale at the same time and kill it in one hit.
Solid for
fights.
Gary too, yeah. Very close.
You also note that the fanfare for Dive Man doesn't start until the air bubble goes off the screen, so that's why you see him do a little quick jump to get the bubble off screen faster.
Yeah, Ringman.
All right, next stage is VJW's favorite
This is
music.
my jam right here. Screen 1 here has so much tricky platforming.
Yeah, it really looks good. It gets
Very
the,
nice, very nice.
Golden gets the midair Indiana Jones slide over that ring monster there.
So I think it's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but just because Mega Man is moving faster, it doesn't mean like the rest of the game is kind of slow and it's just Mega Man. Like everything else is moving faster too compared to the original. So these enemy patterns they're definitely fast and reacting to stuff quickly. I mean, the screen scrolls so fast that it's not easy for the runners to like learn this game either. That's a good slide at the end of that stage from Golden. Gary not far behind at all. That's good. Solid.
Buzzard comes in with a donation, and I'm going to say this particular way very purposefully. He donates $25.02, saying, shout out to the 502 crew, especially Darkman for the awesome interviews this week. BCAS owns. Arklist donates $10, saying, good luck to Gary and Go One Den in the BCAS race. BCAS owns. Shout outs to shout outs, and stay 502 true.
So we're entering Toadman stage now. Just a few things. So there's a mini boss coming up in that you can one-shot him. This kind of shows off how powerful Pharaoh's Shot is. Otherwise, yeah, you can see that this is pretty tricky platforming with the rain mechanics like Tornado Man stage.
And the rain pushes you to the right instead of the left.
Yeah, the wind here does move you faster if you move along with it,
That's
much
right.
like the currents at the beginning.
Luckily, Golden was able to stay alive, which is nice. It does look like Gary has pulled ahead. All right, that was a really solid stage by Gary. Let's see how the fight goes. Excellent. All right, sick. It's a very close race entering the second half of the game. We'll be entering the Dr. Cossack stages now.
And so up to this point, they've been getting free weapon and energy refills after every boss. But after this point, they don't get those, and now they have to manage their energy for each of their weapons. There's a few places where they can refill a few, so they're going to maximize those.
You can take a donation.
Great, happy to oblige. We've got $100 from Anonymous, and you're going to make me real bashful here. Blecky, I've really enjoyed watching AG2Q, and I love hearing Blecky do the interviews and now the announcing. You are the best. Why, thank you.
Yeah, okay, so in this stage, I mean, this is a pretty standard stage. There's a lot going on, but with all the weapons intact, they're able to get through here pretty quickly. They do pick up the wire. The wire is going to be actually helpful for quite a few situations. Unlike the original, the wire here is actually pretty good for taking out certain bosses. So, okay, so Garrison is entering
The moth.
moth. I forget its real name.
The tickle moth.
Yeah, but it doesn't have too bad of a hitbox, but you do have to detonate the drill in the right spot every time. So.
So if you remember in the original Mega Man 4, there are auto-scrollers. And there are auto-scrollers in this game, but they have been souped up Burst Chaser style, so they're relatively more intense. Hold on to your seats.
Right, so you can see Eddie here is dispensing weapon energy as you go along. Basically, you wouldn't have enough weapon energy to survive without him, so on top of traversing the area, you also have to make sure that you don't run out of energy.
Alright, so you can see Garrison is at the auto-scroller now. Nice auto-scroller.
So the second half of the auto-scroller Garrison's on right now is actually really useful because Rush will not be required. This means he can actually leverage this fact to collect energy for his other weapons, which he's been using so far.
Right, yeah, as Iceplug said before, you don't get weapon energy refills after every stage, so it's really important to be on top of some energy. In particular, because we were talking about how useful Dust Crusher is, it's really imperative to have that near max entering the Wily stages, especially for the boss fights.
Alright, for the giant iPad here, it's weak to the skull barrier, and you can block the shots. Ideally, you can get him in 2 cycles, but as you can see there, sometimes he'll just pass by.
And Golden pulls ahead based on randomness.
Mash Steer gave us a quick $50 20-cent donation. Oops.
It's a tough jump.
Thank you, Manchester, for the donation of $50.28, saying, good luck to Gary and Golden in the BCAS race. Shout-outs to the 502 crew and friends, especially everyone crowded around B-Couch right now. Said I couldn't stay to witness this in person. BCAS owns.
So yeah, Cossack 3 is a pretty difficult stage. As you can see, Golden took it's a relatively quick death, but it's still a death. This race has been very back and forth so far, so...
And this stage is a beautiful one to look at when it's done. Like, it's just beautiful to look at. It's like long slides over huge pits full of spikes.
Absolutely. If you're watching Garrison, he's actually going to use wire here to platform a bit. Due to the air sliding mechanic, it works really nicely.
And this last screen right here. Alright, so the roaches are changed up. The top roach is weak to ring. The bottom one is weak to dust. And of course, they're all weak to wire.
Nice. Very nice. Golden's right behind.
So we're finally going to see Rain Flush here to take out these birds. These guys are really annoying.
Birds are jerks.
Ooh.
If I may be so daring as to read a couple more donations.
Sure.
Go for it. Oyster donates $75. My best friend's 11-year-old daughter has brain cancer, but she has done a spectacular job beating it. She is an inspiration to all those around her, and a cause preventing other kids and their families is definitely one to support. Really excited for classic Mega Man. Money goes to Mario Kart 64 2-player 1 controller. We need more controller fusions.
So Cossack capsule can be manipulated using the wire since he won't grab you while you're deploying the wire. So both of them are just going to continuously deploy the wire until Cossack capsule is dead and Cossack capsule can't do anything about it.
All right, so it's still close. It's been a lot of back and forth so far. It's certainly not in anybody's favor. Especially the refights can be very dangerous. There's a lot of damage boosting involved and risky strategies. But first we have to get through Wily 1 and 2.
Yeah, the boss of Wily 1 is a real gatekeeper. This guy hurts a lot and he's invincible for most of the fight. So it essentially comes down to luck for both of these guys.
Kate217 donates $100. Come on, guys. I know there must be some love left in your hearts. Save the animals. Tim and Paul donate $50. What a great event to showcase the runners' gaming talents and to benefit a great cause. Best of luck to the runners, and let's beat cancer.
So yes, they decided to feature Mega Man 10 music and Mega Man 7 music in the next stage. So this is Met Daddy. Again, you can see just the raw power of the Pharaoh shot. This is, just as Iceblock said, it can be a real gatekeeper, but those really solid, well-timed shots. See how Garrison does.
That was a pretty good fight.
That was good.
Really great fight.
Really good. So Golden picking up some timely weapon energy. Again, has to be very careful about certain weapons, especially dust, going into the boss refights after this stage.
Yeah, Pharaoh too, especially.
Excelsior donates $10. Blecky owns, BCAS owns, Classic Mega Man Block owns. Donate for Daddy. AGDQ fan 131 donates $50. Never miss an AGDQ. There are so many other things I should be doing right now, but I'd like to go fast. Xander with a $50 donation. Thanks to all of you for such a wonderful event. Each year it keeps getting better and better. Also, shout outs to the French Restream crew. Keep rocking, guys. Baguette.
All right, so Golden and Garrison are fighting Taco Trash, and Taco Trash, as you can see, has many projectiles everywhere. It can be quite dangerous. So Golden opts to take an E-Tank to secure the victory, which he does, which is good. It's just such an easy fight to get juggled around. Solid. Okay, so we're entering the boss refights now. As in many speedruns of Mega Man games, a lot of it a lot of whether or not you have a successful run comes down to how your refights go. Every fight can be very fast depending on your risk-reward ratio, how much you're willing to accept that you might get very close to dying, and that's especially true in a few of these bosses.
The best part here, by the way, is going through the teleporters does not restart the music.
So you get to enjoy all of Lufia 2's Sinistral music.
While we're making sure all these Robot Masters stay down this time, I'm going to go ahead with a few more donations. Nameless Nobody gives $200. Hello, fellas and Mega Maniacs. Had some cash saved up and wanted to chip in. Donating for great runs, great people, a great stream, and a great cause. My mother, who passed away a year ago, loved animals, so my money goes towards saving them. Thanks for everything, and keep up the amazing work. Literally Pixels donates $10.04. $10.04 is 502 times 2. Shoutouts to my crew and to both the runners of the sick Mega Man game. BCAS owns.
So you're seeing completely different refight routes here. It's not really a case of what's optimal and suboptimal here. It's more what's most comfortable for both Garrison and Golden in terms of weapon swapping. Because once again, weapon swapping is select and down plus select, which is really, really awkward.
Yeah, and also it depends on how much health you have, and sometimes you'll fight a different boss if you can't damage boost. So for instance, Dustman is one that you have to damage boost a lot, and if you have low health, you probably would opt to fight somebody else.
Yeah,
even
like
if it-
Skullman.
Reminder that Dustman sucks.
So Golden is fighting Capsule Wily now. Again, this is a consideration to have just enough arrow shot to be able to get out of this fight, and the next stage to have enough Pharaoh shot. Luckily, this fight isn't too dangerous or difficult, so Golden's moving on to the final stage. It's good. Garrison's not too far behind. All right.
So this last stage has a few more spikes, which you can let the panic set in as you try to navigate over them safely. Many runs have been lost onto those spikes. A few of mine, but
So Golden
Yeah, no
is entering the
problem
final fight. So he has to make some well-timed, almost blind shots. Okay, so time is coming up. And yeah, that's time. All right, that's time for Golden. Give it up for Golden, securing BCAS victory. And Garrison finishes a close second. It was an excellent, excellent race. Fantastic.
BCAS owns.
BCAS owns.
There's a lot of people out there that are thinking right now, BCAS owns. Garrison Golden, I want you to stand up and turn around and look at this crazy audience that you guys have. Look at that. Thank you both so much for such an amazing race. That was really a blast to watch. Coming up now, we've got, let's see here, we're continuing the Mega Man block with Mega Man 10. The rest of the Mega Man block will be classic games from your childhood. Well, we'll start with 10 and 9, which were released on the Wii, and then we'll move on to 6 and 2, which were classic games for the NES. These are all wonderful, wonderful games. You're going to have a lot of fun watching tonight. We got a whole bunch of donations from that last run, so let's run through a few of them. Speedcrack donates $50. Greetings from Germany. All of you are doing a great job. It's a pleasure to watch you all speedrunning nearly every game on this planet. Much respect to all of you, and kill the animals. NickWin2 donates $100. Since I always donate to Kids Cancer Foundation, I feel like I should donate here too. I love AGDQ, and I would love to see more in the future. Good luck to all runners and to all people fighting cancer. Parapatown donates $100. I scheduled meetings around the Mega Man block today. It's the most unmissable part of every GDQ. Thanks to the runners and commentators for creating the bona fide Olympics of video gaming. Mikey Lanisha donates $50. Hi there, this is Mikey Lanisha. I love what AGDQ has done, and I always try to get at least one donation in during the run. Keep it up, and best of luck to the rest of the runners. What you're all doing is beyond amazing. $100 from Anonymous. Hey guys, firefighter/gamer here. Glad it's time for the Mega Man block. I can't help but donate to this awesome cause since cancer affects us all. We firefighters have a higher rate of cancer due to the hazards we encounter every day, but that's not stopping us from doing what we love and helping others, both at work and not. This is for my brothers and sisters, as well as all those fighting the good fight. And as much as we're asked, and as much as we've been asked to save those cats from trees, I'm putting this for you to save those frames. Faceless Puppet with $31. This is for my boyfriend on his birthday. Happy birthday, F-word. This is our both second time watching and first time donating. We both have lost people to cancer, so kill cancer and save the animals. Lemmy Hawkins donates $23. So hyped for the classic Mega Man block. You guys make one of my favorite video game series of all time even more amazing. Keep up the good work. Money goes to Announcer's Choice. Ooh, I'll have to think about that one. In the meantime, I'll be thinking about that in a bit. I do want to go through a few more donations. Quentin donates $35. Long-time watcher, but first-time viewer. Just wanted to say thanks to everyone here. My longtime friend, Hiroyuki, was diagnosed with cancer last September, and it's been hard watching him suffer from it. But knowing this fight is far from over, and that you guys are helping out, keeps him and myself going through as we go through these tough times. This AGDQ 2016 live stream is powered by Twitch, bringing you a 24-hour stream from January 3rd to the 9th, 2016. Twitch has been the exclusive platform to watch games done quick and a lot of other great speedrunning content since 2011. Make sure to follow the channels of all the amazing speedrunners displaying their skill at this event. During this break, Pinball Done Quick is streaming now at twitch.tv/pinballjoe. You can help out by subscribing to his channel, as all of his sub dollars benefit the Prevent Cancer Foundation. This stream will be going on throughout the marathon. Nick Efresh donates $50. I watch Iceplug run all the time and told him I would donate if he was on the couch. Jason32 donates $100. Like many others, I was too young when my mother was taken by cancer. She spent much of her life trying to help people, and in her honor,